Hey everybody, it is February 28th, 2021. It's a Sunday. We just got back from Las Vegas. I got back on Friday night. My wife got back on Thursday night. She had to work. We had a good time. It was great. We stayed in this funny little Airbnb, but it worked out really well. And we had a pretty good time. And then we got back and I realized that today's the 28th, and today is exactly 1 year to the day since I got my facelift. I got a facelift and a chin implant, and that was exactly 1 year ago today. It was a Friday, and it oddly enough, it was right when the coronavirus was starting to become an issue. And I remember thinking, I'm glad this is actually going to happen, because at the time I thought, man, they may just cancel this until this virus thing is over. And had I done it a week later, they probably would have, because after I had the surgery, that the next week, 1 to 2 weeks afterwards, man, that's when everything really hit bad, at least where I live. So the timing worked out really well for me. I was getting real jowly, and the side view was real bad. It was real starting to sag, and it was I just looked like I was started to have no neck. And I've never had a super strong chin anyway, but the chin I did have was being like buried in the neck folds. And you get to a certain age, this stuff happens, but I mean, what are you gonna do? And so I had been talking to a plastic surgeon. I talked to two, actually. One was one who had done some previous work for us, and he would be great. He said, yeah, we can totally do that. Different ways to go about it. But he said, I don't do the chin implants. If you want a chin implant, I can suggest a guy for you. And when he mentioned that, I thought, man, I really do. I'm going to want a chin implant. And the one doctor sent me to the other doctor, and the other doctor was like, oh yeah, no, we can totally do this. He's a really cool guy. I talked to really about a year and a half of just thinking about it, planning, trying to figure out money, that kind of thing, how to pay for it. And in the end, it cost about $15,000. But it was worth it, in my opinion, because he was very good, and he said, I'm a little conservative with the surgery. I don't go too much, because if you do too much, it gives you that kind of funny look, and like you're overdoing it. He said, I just want to be real conservative. Just get it, tightened up, everything, get the implant in there, and we're going to suck out some of the fat around your neck and just make a more well-defined chin, which he did. And the surgery took like 6 hours though. He said, just 2 or 3 hours. But what happened once we got in there, I was out, of course, but he said he did the left side, turned out pretty good. He went to the right side, he did that, turned out even better. He said, I've got to even this out. So he went back to the left side after he had sewed it all up, and they went back in and redid it to match the right side. So the left side went into twice. The right side they only had to worry about once, just to match everything up, make sure it was all the same. And I'm still numb, actually, not 100% numb, but I'm still numb on this left side a bit. I don't know, it's probably about 40% numb right here, but it has gotten better, and I suspect it'll probably take another year or so before the numbness really fully goes away. But I couldn't feel my bottom lip for a long time, and but that's coming back slowly. The chin, feeling around the chin is actually pretty good. Just going up into here, that, and under the lip, that is just all still nummy, but getting better. So hopefully within another year that's going to come back. Right here on my it's still a lot numb right on that one spot on my lip. Doesn't affect me too much, but you know, just something I'm hoping will get better with more time. But anyway, that's it. It's been a year. I can't believe it. It was a pretty massive recovery. I didn't really realize the amount of recovery I was going to need when I got into this. You know, I took 4 days off of work afterwards, and I really should have taken a couple of weeks because it was pretty intense. I couldn't talk very well for about a month. I kind of just talked like this because everything was so numb. I was slurring a little bit, but that got better. It really felt like I had about 3 or 4 root canals done. That's what it felt like. And it was all wrapped up afterwards. And I went back in, you know, a few weeks later or whatever, and they pulled out the stitches. Oh yeah, what they do, by the way, is they go behind your ears and they cut, and then they like pull up and just tighten everything up. And so I have scars behind my ears, but it's pretty minimal. And I have some scarring right up in here, but that's gotten a lot better over the last year. So really, they started here and cut all the way around, and he just really reorganized everything and pulled everything up and got the implant going. But I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I'm getting older. Nothing I can do about that, you know, so just try and keep my face, you know, the way I want it. But I'm really happy I have more of a chin. I'm not so jowly as I was. I was thinking I'm too young to look that jowly. Because I really started to notice it in my 40s. I was getting kind of jowly. This little bump down here in my jowls just starting to drop. And then by the time I got in 50, man, it was just like, that is way too much. Way too much. So that's when I started looking at the plastic surgeon. But I'm happy with it. I'm thrilled with it. The first thing people started asking me after I had it done was, would I do it again? I said, yeah, in a heartbeat. No question at all. He got rid of just all the jowls, like I said, and just all the sagginess down here. He pulls everything up, and he lipoed under my chin and into my cheeks a little bit. But I'm just hoping this numbness, you know, give it another year or so, it's going to go away. But that's pretty much it. So, you know, it's been a year since the facelift and the chin implant, and I'm pretty stoked with it. But there you go. Anybody interested in it, you know, just be aware it's a it's a lot more recovery than I imagined. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but it was. I thought a few days go by, I'll be all right. You know, or a week. It really took a couple weeks before I was really 100% able to just kind of get around and do my normal stuff. And then even after that, it took months and months for some of the feeling to come back. And like I said, some of it's still numb right now, a year later. But anyway, that's my facelift story. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. So take care. Talk to you later.